Let's see if they can come through with it. It's Heiko starting on the CT side of Nuke with 2 CZs and 2 nades early. This would be great to counter a fast A play, but they're going to push themselves.
Oh, right in the lobby, it's going to be Bu with a double kill. The CZ bringing down Viz and Cynic. You'll be looking for something more here in lobby as well, if possible. There's a very quick pistol round. Lots of action already across the board. But it's all been Heiko's getting the early kills. Ewell's in the lobby. And that bomb just lying on the floor. Smoke in towards the decon door. MOTM trying to move forward. He's just going to hold this bomb down. You know, if you want to come and get this bomb back, you got to deal with the player just watching it. Runs back, now runs forward. MOTM trying to get a headshot here in the pistol. He's got it. Bu backing him up in the CZ. And finally, Shakespeare dropping down from the T roof. Gets 1 kill. But that's all they find in the pistol round. Heiko's just swing straight into lobby and get the early picks.
Man, I might have to look up the headshot stats for Bu so far on this series. I feel like I've seen him getting these headshots a lot of the time. Even with the CZ in this round, he's able to get it to go his way. And that is one way to make sure the CZ is in range that you want it to be in. Instead of waiting on an angle, waiting for them to come to you, maybe on top of hut, you just push into lobby yourself, take away that entire area of the map, and give Heiko's a rather convincing pistol round.
Bu just dropping down. 2 non-headshots in this one with the MP9, but kills nonetheless. And Ponalong getting involved in some of that action, getting some of the cash flowing through his bank account. 2-0. And we get into the next one for Triumph. Immediately, it's going to be AKs out. So purchase in. This will be where we get to see whether or not they have anything up their sleeve early on, because the pace and the high-octane Counter-Strike from Heiko will certainly be here in the first 2 rounds. We'll see if they keep that up going into the gun round.
It is interesting we go to Nuke as the next choice in picks for Triumph. These 2 teams played in a different qualifier for DreamHack Masters just a few days before this tournament, and Nuke was the 3rd map decider between these 2 in that series, and High Coast were actually able to get the win at 16-14. So they have history on this map, even if it wasn't at this tournament, and it was another very close one. So hopefully we can get more of the same now that we are into DreamHack Open at 44. We've got some smokes at the ready for Triumph going up towards Yard. Looks like the standard wall of smokes to start things on their T side.
MOTM could flash onto Shake Zola. That's going to grab them the first kill. They have got ramp for him here, though, Triumph. Flash into hell as well. Viz is going to try and play around the edge of the smoke and see what's in and around it. There's no one close by. Cooper's down on the lower side already for the T side, though, trying to make some space. MOTM on the CT side has rotated down. And we'll be playing between double door and control room as the lobby push from Bu comes through. Cynic, the victim. And a 4v3 with the bomb plant starting to come through. MOTM swings those double doors open, finds the head of B-Wills and closes them shut again, holding the 2-man advantage in play for High Coast, who should have this round locked in for any huge errors. They're playing together, they're grouping up, and we do need to see a big step up now from Cooper. Left alone, caught in the backside, and it's 3-0 for High Coast. A very convincing round.
It looked like a fairly standard approach from Triumph, right? They're not pulling out anything that High Coast wouldn't have seen before in this round, but they're just seeing how effective it is if they can get down to B and go for a pretty straightforward play to begin with. MOTM showing some good resistance early, though. Was able to stay alive for the long haul in this round, getting a nice triple kill, being that initial man to hold down that lower side. Even ends up closing out the round for his team. So a solid start here for High Coast. They've shown an ability to deal with those B plays. Sometimes teams can struggle with those rotations, but High Coast stay ahead of the game, and they've got a good chance of winning this round as well. Just the half buy coming in from Triumph.
Honestly, yeah, there's a bit of a gap on the edge of that smoke. B-Wills is going to fall to MOTM, who's very, very proactive so far in this series. I've been enjoying watching MOTM. Gonna take a look at his heat map after this one and just see where he's been involved across the board. Over on Inferno is finding a lot of space and making a lot of entries. Over on the T side, this time very aggressive and proactive on the CT side. Every kill coming in for High Coast. Just one remaining player, Cynic, left alone at Secret with the Deagle. 4 players alive at the moment for High Coast. They have all been damaged apart from Pwn alone. So within one shot, usually, from the scout, but Pew just about staying alive. 4-0 up for High Coast. They're winning every single round, but finally, a solid buy can come out again for Triumph.
See if High Coast have the same approach to this round, where we have someone instantly in secret early into the gun round to try and counter that yard play. That's the thing, when these teams have played each other so much recently, there's definitely the potential for these early reads to come through where you switch up your play depending on what you think you're going to see from your opponents early. This time, MOTM playing in towards main. RCF getting aggressive on ramp. He's got rifle support behind him. Wow, MOTM just got chucked down to 10 health. That was him trying to get over to the vents to drop down safely, but it's cost him a lot more life than he expected.
Just one player heading outside for Triumph. It's Shigzilla. He'll be throwing his molly down secret stairs. There is currently a player rotated playing there for the CT side. Triumph with the utility at the ready for the A side. Seems to be an execute on in, ready to pop and explode into the bomb site. Pwn alone in the rafters. Bew playing from the back of the site. We'll see if they can hold on the defensive side. RCF's picked up one. Ben Leet falling in reply to Viz. They haven't made so much space in the A side just yet, Triumph. They will want to get around the corner sooner than later. But Shigzilla has managed to get in behind. He's on the flank here. Could get all the way up the ladder into heaven. No, they're not going to be expecting this. No way, they're ready for Shigzilla. Right over the top, gets one, but now he's aware that there's a player inside of the site. Pew getting 2, and MOTM up the vent. There's another CT coming in from heaven. RCF up there trying to help out his teammate. MOTM's done good to take 1 kill. And Cynic about to swing out to the left. Now it's just RCF left in the 1v1. 9 seconds for Cynic. He dodges the first bullet, taps the bomb to try and pull him into the open, and the molly onto the site will force him onto the other side. He can't plant the bomb. There's just no time, and RCF plays it to perfection and wins out the 1v1.
Patient play from RCF. We've talked about his aggression previously, but this time it comes down to him in the clutch, and he stays so composed, realizing he doesn't even need to take the fight to win that one. Triumph there had some pretty decent flashes to begin with towards the A site, but High Coast did a good job at replying with some counter utility of their own. I think it was Bew who put down a couple of flashes from behind Silo, which slowed down the push from Triumph. So at that point, High Coast think they're in a pretty good spot because they baited out a lot of the T-side utility. They didn't account for that flank of Shigzilla, though. It was great to see Triumph hitting the brakes there and realizing Shigzilla had the chance to have a huge difference-making flank. But High Coast still dig deep to win the round. They get the rotate over in time. It comes close, but it's a 5-0 lead for High Coast. Bit of a shame for Triumph. They did a lot of good things in that round, but aren't able to get their first on the board. And their map pick is starting to slip away from them here. It has to be another half buy in this one.
Pwn alone will be under a good bit of pressure now as the T-side continue to run down the ramp room. Molly into hell, now they drop ramp. The Opera has rotated down and got in behind those double doors, switching out for the better spotting angle. Viz, the first victim of the AWP, but MOTM's down here as well. They've got a second player ready to hold in from the double doors. Pwn alone not getting anything else apart from the one initial kill on the AWP, and MOTM will create a little bit of space, but it's a 3 for 3 in terms of the player count. Bomb will go down for Triumph. Cooper with his AWP just on these stairs facing the double doors, now walking up out to the right side, spots an arm. No shots being landed from either player right there. Smoke will go down to the stairway, and there is another player to back up Cooper. Cynic is trying to work in tandem to get this round over the line as High Coast gather up at Decon, looking to play for the retake. There's a final few seconds on this bomb, and Shigzilla, he's in such a good spot right now. If they come swinging out that door, he was primed to take them down, but they've called it off now. They're going to try and save into the next one.
Penleet having that last available smoke to get them out safely. RCF getting a nice shot while he backs on up to get away with his life. Heiko saving onto a couple of players, but the patience in some of these spots from Triumph has been really impressive to me. You know, Cooper there, for example, he doesn't get the kill in that round, but just falling back in that position while spotting that man jiggle peeking. I think a lot of players might not make that play, might not realize that staying alive is probably the most important thing, but he doesn't get kill hungry, decides to fall back into control room, which was a very strong spot to play alongside his teammates. Just as it looked like this game was starting to get out of hand, Triumph stopped the bleeding with their first round win.
And lead spots the arc and actually goes for the spam straight away instead of waiting for Viz to throw his utility and cross into a wide angle. Instead catches his arm, and that's enough damage done to get the kill. They're gonna change it up and immediately run into the ramp room, and Pwn alone is completely ready, but it's RCF with the kill. B-Wills gets the trade. And RCF, because of the initial success on the first play, they know he's still here. The smoke's not good. The smoke's way too deep. RCF has a huge gap to play with here, and that might just cost another life of Triumph. They are already a man down, so it's not like they have expendable players. But luckily for them, RCF's backed off and started playing from CT. 50 seconds left.
B-Will's making sure to watch the flank. Triumph don't have too much map control right now, and this bait and switch setup for the CTs could be deadly. Ben Leet, the first man to pull the trigger, his teammate Bu ready in the wings.
Ben Leet ready. He misses the shot. B-Will's clearing it first. Bu now stepping into action. He's got the trade kill. Wasn't one of the second player being there, so Cynic stays alive and drops back with no trade. They're still down a man. And 17 seconds left. They made it into the B site. High Coast didn't go for the retake in the last round, but now in a 3v2 they will. They have to start getting another round, and there goes the bomb, just planted in the nick of time, of course. There was limited time in the clock, and they get down, they get their opportunity to win the round, and Cooper with 1 second on the op. Cooper finally arriving to the server. And a huge 2 kills. It's now an RCF. Cynic just caught, not really ready for that window peek. And now it's Cooper alone. He's got the first 2 kills, smoke into the site. And Cooper, he had a gap on the smoke, so led him to believe the window player is the play, and that's Cooper securing the 1v1. 2 for Triumph. And Cooper, with his first 2 shots, gets the right read in the window play and is able to close it out.
You just see how comfortable Triumph are when they hit the brakes. Even though they have to reclaim lobby control with some kills, it goes down into a 2v3. And then Cooper in the 1v1 looks so composed. Looked like he knew exactly what he was doing. As soon as he realized there was a gap on the right side of the smoke, he figured the player was probably going back to control room. Excellent read on the situation from Cooper. Triumph have been doing a really good job at staying calm in those situations. Never overextending, never getting too eager for the kills. They realize that they have the better situation, but this time RCF might be the man to strike. Oh, he just ditched his nose, but he gets back onto the mouse in time and almost the lineup. Cooper there to shut him down.
Dropping into the vent early. MOTM's trying to get the break in towards Secret, but in fact, Triumph are not going down Secret. So MOTM's going to get the info on that. Triumph are going to start wrapping through CT spawn. Going deeper and deeper towards outside. They will put pressure on Heaven. Trying to flank, taking a lot of control. Meanwhile, High Coast have pushed in the lobby. This Heaven play surely will be strong. There's no one inside of the site to take down, so High Coast have got the counter map control of playing in lobby. Now they've actually come back into the site, and the flash is going on. Needs to win a couple of these fights. Bu is the one rightful player. He's done well to get 2, and now just hides away.
Ooh. Oh, wow, the Mag 7 coming through for Ben Leet. I wasn't sure if it was going to be successful at that range, but the double dink pays off. Cooper given the chance to take the first fight. Decides he's going to stick with the AWP as he gets that bomb down. Smoke gives him some cover. There's a man behind that smoke in the hut, but Cooper's using the smoke to his advantage.
He's got right close to them. They're going to walk out. Oh, right through the smoke. Pwn alone. Thought there was a chance there for Cooper. Pwn alone. Moving through, hitting the headshot. It would have been difficult with the AWP there as well. You know, they're both so close to each other that you would have expected the trade kill to come in. So Cooper was always in a difficult spot there with the AWP, but it's good to see Cooper come to life in these last 2 rounds. They don't get the round win here, but Cooper was a little quiet up until the end of Inferno, and we know he can be such an impactful player.
Those early kills are so important from Butte. His teammates towards the site, I think Ben Leet, for example, only had a mag 7, so he had no ability to fight towards heaven. And I think because of that, Butte realized he was the man who kind of had to step up on the hold, so he was much more confident, just kind of sitting and waiting for the fights to come to him rather than forcing the issue. 6-2 lead for High Coast. This Nuke pick for Triumph, proving it is going to be a hard-fought one between these two teams. Even if you look at their win rates on Nuke, they are very similar. Triumph have a slightly higher win rate at 60%, but High Coast not far behind on that 56%. Just even that previous matchup, right? The 16-14 win for High Coast on this map a few days ago. Just goes to show we could be in for a long game.
And really starting to heat up over on Inferno. You know, Triumph had such a good start into the showings and the proceedings that we just thought, okay, you know, Triumph looked like they're showing up to a different level today. And then High Coast managed to come back into it, made the scoreline respectable, and probably give themselves a very necessary couple of rounds to warm up and feel a bit more confident and happy in themselves. Because, you know, if you're getting shut out that quickly, if it's closed out convincingly, you can have a negative mindset going into the second map. So it's good for High Coast to step up and be able to get into the series. Up 6-2 in the defensive half right now. And they've got a good bit of control in towards Hut here. Ben Leet playing very advanced. And you've got a couple players on the other side.
Here's these nades being thrown with 43 seconds remaining. Ben Leet gets aggressive early. In comes the fight on the site. It's not a comfortable one for either man, but it's all on B-Wills. Quick flick back for the second headshot. Third man still on the site, and he's not going to be able to find him. Bew now up to 15 kills. A pretty scrappy play for both teams onto the A site there, but High Coast get the better of the brawl.
Did Viz lag out? Because I was checking if he was flashed. It didn't look like he was. Was he running into the wall? He was flashed. Okay, B-Wills blinded him. He's running into the wall. That's funny to look at from all angles. Yeah, unfortunate there from Triumph again, just not getting the round over the line. I think this A site's just being very good in terms of getting those impact kills. I mean, Bew has just been unbelievable here on this CT side. The output from him, 15 and 5. Mally Snake talked about him in the post match from Inferno. For a good reason. He's actually been very, very good so far across the series and continuing that into Nuke to another level.
I think High Coast have got the opening kill in every single round of this game so far. It's at least 8 out of the 9. It's been a lot of early success for High Coast. A lot of rounds where they're getting the first fight to go their way. They had that same situation in that round where Ben Leet made that cheeky little play in towards Hut to get the early frag for his team. This time, though, the Pistols of Triumph are able to get the opening kill to go their way. Cooper lands a shot early, and that forces the CTs to play back, play safe, and give up a lot of ground.
And that's just going to let Triumph run down into B, get the bomb plant, and they're in with a chance of winning this round now.
I can't believe I was just saying how High Coast have won like every opening duel, and now this happens. Now they're against the Pistols. As soon as I say it, the Deeg shot lands, and this could be a hard retake up against these crossfires.
Yeah, Caster's Curse coming in hard here. We'll see if B-Wills and Viz can line up and use their little crossfire here with the Tech-9s to rattle some deadly shots into the defense who are now trying to reclaim the site, and the kills just keep coming in. It's an absolute massacre of the T side. Luckily still 3v4, and Shigzilla trying to get the lineup on the defuse, being stuck in the smoke. He gets the kills, and Cooper as well backing him up, back in the defuse again as RCF, but it's just a crazy round for Triumph, and they get every kill at the end.
Oh, that round could be a hugely impactful one in this map. Look at what it does to High Coast. It's pistols of their own now on the CT side. This is the early shot from Cooper. Such a tight angle, only the head showing. And then at the end here, Cooper putting all sorts of bullets into the midst of the smoke. High Coast having to desperately chuck bodies at the problem, try and get as many players as possible towards the bomb. They basically attempted to get into a position where they could try and just stick that defuse, but it doesn't happen for them. And now Triumph have a really good opportunity to bounce back with another round win here.
Buells, that's the kill he was looking for. MOTM walking into main. Player on to his right side here. Viz just picked off, dropped down, and the Deagle hits the exact shot he wanted. AK will be picked up. Now 3v3. High Coast still in with a chance of winning this round in reply. And that would be an absolute nightmare for Triumph, who have finally gotten themselves another round win. They battled so hard in the previous, they're looking to claim this one back as well. MOTM's down to 1 HP and he'll burn to a crisp. The flank from RCF, this could shut down the round. He's in behind, they check it though, and B-Wills, that's the most important kill he's got.
Oh, Bew's not looking the right way. Oh, okay, readjusts onto the player who was not looking in his direction. Flashbang lands right on Bew. Bomb has been recovered in the meantime, so Sheikh Zilla will deliver that package to the bomb site. Bew can't do anything about it. He was hoping for some further fights. He was hoping for some mistakes. But Triumph are playing it as safe as they can. Sheikh Zilla sneaking up into the old vent. This crossfire is lethal. Sheikh Zilla gets him from behind. 4 rounds for Triumph. And Dinko, the last time these teams played this map, just a couple of days ago, High Coast had to get 10 CT rounds, and even that only allowed them to close out the game 16-14. So both of these teams seem to do a lot better on that CT side, and that really does mean every T round counts for a lot, and this should be another one for Triumph.
Yeah, T-side round wins are the currency in this world. It's the Bitcoin of Nuke. Flashbang ready to go on in. RCF looking for the pick from the USP. Good flash. They're just going to hard clear this. Oh, Bentley tried to back away, hoping that his teammate dying would have been enough of a distraction to allow him to get a kill, but it's not the case. They're being effective, they're being methodical, and they're clearing out everything. Sheikh Zilla with the 3K. Like you said, Alex, another round win for Triumph, and they keep it clean. They don't lose anybody to the pesky pistols. And now round 13 comes up. It's High Coast scrambling to get a buy. I mean, it's not ideal here for the CT side.
Yeah, it sucks when this is the way it works out for you on your CT side. You try and manage that economy as best you can in the last couple of rounds, and you aren't even able to get into an ideal scenario. No AWP, no kit, some players missing nades. Maybe RCF with that rifle can just spam into the smoke, though. No, never mind. Doesn't land a single shot.
That's our luck right there, Alex. That's what happens to us. And well, now they're playing down into MOTM. Got a good headshot. Point alone has also backed him up. So High Coast, they may not get the kills initially through the smokes, but they do get the kills on the lower side. And that will force the T side to think about whether or not they even want to go to B. And they've made the call to leave Secret and go back up A, where RCF is waiting. Luckily, they're aware of this. He does get chunked down low, but he's still alive. And now trying to check him. Cooper coming in. Bew trying to get the flank on here for the CT side. It's still 3v3. They haven't committed to the site yet, and Bew is just walking outside. This is going to give him so much time to get into a better position. Now he spots them. Oh, he has so many targets, and he's finally got his kill. The spray onto the second as well. And now it's all on Viz. 1v3. 2 of the players are extremely low, but he is also on low HP. 25 health points. 40 seconds, should I say. And no bomb plant. No bomb in his hands. So he's got this 1v3, and it's a very difficult task ahead of him.
Some point he's got to go drop down for that bomb if he wants to win the round by planting. Playing for elimination seems unlikely, but he's been given the first fight. Bomb recovered. Oh, shots landing from behind. Bew with the 3K. That's not one that's going to go into his highlight reel. It's not one he's going to be adding to his frag movie, but it's always important to recover when you fluff those early shots. And that's exactly what View did. Controlled this spray effectively to get the 2 kills. Long-range spray to the head on the second player. And then at the end here, he catches Viz in the back, playing the bomb nicely. 8 rounds for High Coast.
It's actually really difficult to do that as well, Alex, right? When you kind of panic, you miss the first couple of shots, to stay composed and be able to get 2 out of that, very impressive. So, oh, RCF. He's getting behind. You have no idea.
That's rough for Triumph. Because now you obviously know the CTs don't have any fear of yards, so I don't think you can really risk going for one of these plays that quickly in towards A, which might have been the setup if Biz were able to get in behind. Couple of nades coming through the door. And this is Triumph now hoping to establish this yard control, hoping to re-establish this yard control. And you can see RCF getting that early kill just completely thwarts any plans Triumph had in this round. They kind of have to go back and clear this out because yard is such an important position on Nuke. And this is taking a lot of their time up.
Yeah, but if they get down secret without even being spotted, that might just be perfect for them. No one down on the lowest site right now. They're just playing contact. Everybody walking back down secret. And they can just explode into the B site now. You've got the man advantage on High Coast, so you can play for retake on the B site, but that's your only option now. There's no one down here to contest. There's no one down here to try and get another kill. This is going to be a on plant and a post plant for Triumph. For High Coast, they have to try and retake.
Ooh, is MOTM going to rotate down to B? Yes, he is. He will arrive in time with a smoke to slow them down, and only 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they have to get onto the site right now. Molly's coming in, flashbang out. They're going to clear every corner now. Need to start planting the bomb. That'll be no problem for them. Cynic getting it planted, and they're already in good post plants. They can still just win out this round due to the positional advantages that they've got. And B-Will just sitting down in behind those double doors. There's multiple players about to come into his crosshair. Can he get more than one? He can! Good flash, but 2 kills for B-Wills. And now it's a 4v3. The man advantage has shifted in favor of Triumph. And they're just getting all the kills. Not a single player falls apart from the early kill. And they just get that outside control, but they give it up immediately. And Triumph pounce. They just play contact straight into the lower site and just explode onto the B site.
And as you pointed out, the upside of going contact down secret is just how many nades they have left. Once they get towards the site, they have all the nades to cut off that ramp player. Cooper still had a full set of utility after the bomb had been planted. Even more nades to slow the retake attempt. And High Coast falls back to a weak buy, but it's working for them. Oh no, it's devastating. Triumph going up against the Pistols, but losing out in the last round of the half. High Coast come in with a sucker punch to close out the first half. Let's see if they can do the same heading into the second half. That's coming up after this.
9-6 at the half. It's High Coast that lead the way. What a crazy round to end out the first half. Just pistols holding off the ramp rush. And they've given themselves a 3-round lead going into the second.
5-7 dropped into the hands of Viz, who's been given a lot of ability on this pistol round. His IGL drops that over to him. Ramp pressure to begin with, but Viz up close can't get anything done. And Triumph now have to try and get back to this A site, but they've already lost control.
Cynic trying to peer over the top. B Wills attempting to get involved. The bomb planted, a 4v4. Triumph playing for the retake. Take note of no kit as well here. That is the issue for them. On the defensive side, who need to go quickly now into the site. Trying to find the headshots. Cynic is the man to pick it up first. Ben leading RCF, picking up the headshots, and Pone alone gets involved as well. Just every kill they could have wanted going their way, and they find the pistol to start off the second half.
For Triumph, that setup really relies upon this player in Hut getting something done, slowing them down, but 5-7 gets run down really quickly. As soon as he can't get the first kill, they can peek him from different sides. Just too many players all over the site at the end here. A couple of weird fights going down, but Triumph are the ones who end up losing the majority of them. That puts them down to minimal investment in this round. A P250 and a Zeus is all they have to work with.
Not the best investment here. To be honest, Alex, you know, I've made some bad investments, you know, wasting money here and there on random things like technology I don't need, but, you know, well, at least there wasn't much invested into this one. It's just a taser.
Triumph are trying to use the ramp stack against High Coast now, after they fell to it in the last round of that first half. Looks like High Coast might be wise to their tricks, though.
Yeah, they're avoiding that. I am really appreciating in this round just the skins we've got here on High Coast. Just rocking that green collection. RCF rocking his Galil green sport glove combo. Over here, Pone alone as well. Observer just highlighting everything. Hydroponic in there as well. Just perfect. Thank you to the Observer for showing that off as well. That was real nice. It's got the Gamma Doppler Karambit there as well. You know, it's all on point, Alex.
Whenever I see this Galil, I think it's the Galil Eco, the green Galil, I always think of Rush over on Complexity, who has one of those, and he has one of the green optic stickers on it as a kind of throwback to one of his past teams. I always think that's cool. I feel like if you're a player who played in the team for a while, you know, get one of the guns with a sticker of your old team on it. Yeah. Nice nod.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. My memory of optic gaming in Counter-Strike is being at school, and Twitch was obviously banned on the school computers, so I was still at school watching the games back in the day. It was only like a couple of years ago. But, you know, I was sitting in the ICT room in school, and Twitch is obviously blocked on the school system. So I bought one of the Snipe.tv passes they were doing for DreamHack, and somehow that wasn't blocked, so I just watched CS matches while I was in school. So
good times.
Shout out to that. That was fun. Remember watching Optic in the ICT room. Maybe that's why I've ended up here. That's good. It's kind of paid off, Alex. It doesn't really matter.
We've got the buy back out, and we've got an easy kill for Cooper. You look like he didn't even bother counter-strafing there. He was just trying to run out on top of Silo, or Twinkie, as I've heard you Americans call it. And this crossfire on the site, just deadly. High Coast, unable to really get into the site there, and it didn't look like there was much utility to try and help them. It looked more like they were trying to rely on timings, which didn't really happen for them.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but Twinkies suck. I don't know if you've had one, Alex, but they're just disgusting. It just tastes real bad as well. You heard it here first, Hulk. He doesn't like cream. Well, Twinkies do suck. That's the end of the discussion. I don't care what you think. And while Viz holding on from ramp, he has kind of dropped off massively. You know, you look at his performance over on Inferno, over here on Nuke, it has not really been the best of performances. And it's the 1-for-1 into ramp early.
Still enough utility for High Coast to run some plays. RCF looking to line up one of those smokes. Benleet's got another one. 2 smokes being used towards Yard. Only 1 player currently following them up. Benleet will now have some backup with the bomb joining him. Cooper went for the early spam to try and deny the drop down into Secret, but I think Triumph are going to have some sort of response because they can't have eyes on that position. Shakezilla holding ramp right now. Oh, good angle with the AUG, but a great shot from Bew.
Yeah, you really got to hit those headshots, and Shakezilla didn't react quick enough. Bew just tears him apart, and now running down into B. High Coast have the advantage. They have got 1 player rotated down here, though. It's B Wills to see if he can get involved. Cynic tried to drop down the vent and just gets caught by Benleet. So what was a 3v4 is now a 2v4, and the chances of Triumph picking up this round winner are certainly low, but B Wills tries to make the difference. He opens the door and finds a second, just hitting headshots everywhere. And now he just needs to wait for his teammate. Cooper can come down into the lower site and help him out here. He might just be winning this round. Cooper's in the vent. Right now, High Coast have got a player in ramp. 1 up in the rafters as well, so a good crossfire between the 2 players. They can play off each other's contact and probably win out this round unless B-Wills can hit a good headshot on the backside player. And it's MOTM that's quicker on the trigger. He's dropping down to try and close out the round as well on Cooper, and he's got that headshot. Well done from MOTM. He's hyped up in the player cam. It's 12 for High Coast, and they are really tearing their way back into this series.
Goes down into the 4v4 early. They get down Secret, but that 1 ramp kill opens up so much of the round for them. Finding that frag onto Shakezilla. This is the shot. Ooh, that was the first shot, sorry, onto Viz. But then they get onto this B site, and MOTM in the post plant doing all the dirty work. Good headshots from him, leaving Triumph lacking ahead of this next one. Pistols on the players that have invested on the Triumph side. Some of the other players should be buying up shortly. And if I'm not mistaken, this was a timeout taken by High Coast ahead of this round. Maybe just figuring out exactly what Triumph have available to them in this one.
Door blown open, vent as well. Molly clearing out top hut, and MOTM in the lobby right now. T-side just trying to get some early damage deployed if they can. They don't want to be going down to the pistols here. This is the prime opportunity. You talked about it, Alex, before we come into the second half. We were talking about how T-sided rounds are very important for both of these teams. Right now, High Coast are having a much better time to start things off in the second half than Triumph. They're 4 rounds away from taking this map and sending us to a third.
Yeah, these teams trading each other's map picks is a very real possibility at this point. I'm sure for High Coast, they'll be thinking back to their decision to ban that train and really loving it right now. This Nuke clearly a much better look for them. Cooper caught out early. Good reactions by RCF. You get to see there, though, at this level, you still have to hit those headshots very quickly. This is so awkward for Bew, but he's finally going to get the kill he was so patiently waiting for.
You're just going down the ladder like, please don't see me, please don't see me, please don't see me, and then just gets the shot. So, good stuff. You never really want to be in that situation, because as soon as you can't really make noise in the ladder and try and drop, because you'll just have a millisecond or just giving a small chance to your opponent to be able to get the crosshair and get the first shot off. So it's always very difficult there, but he handled it well, Alex.
He did. I think the idea he had was he was just going to quickly back up the ladder if he saw anyone, because he assumed they would see him too. So he was kind of happy to give away that control and just try and get the info. But if they're not going to look at him, he can take those kills all day long. Nice one there coming in from Viz, who has slowed down significantly on this map. We were singing his praises over on Inferno. Here on Nuke, he's unfortunately not been able to have the same impact for Triumph. That might be part of the reason why they are faltering here. 13-7 down. A lot of pressure on this gun round.
Coming up, a very important round, as you've just so elegantly highlighted. On High Coast, well, if they win this one, 14-7 up. That is also a brand of something that other brands are available. Now, moving into round 21, we've looked at Triumph being a team that looked very good on map 1. The individuals were all firing, everything seemed to be aligned, and then the comeback started coming through for High Coast. The individuals started becoming a bit warmed up on the High Coast side of things. And Triumph eventually closed it out, but some of the individuals that have been popping off from Inferno have gone completely missing here on Nuke. So the dreams of CSGO to take the 2-0 seem to be falling out the window. We'll see if they can take the first step in the right direction here. High Coast going for the outside execute.
These yard smokes have been fairly effective for the T's throughout this game, but this time, CSGO wants to deny the secret play. Ooh, the yard smoke's not successful this time round. Cooper has a very tight angle, but there is a clear line of sight here, however close he is playing this one behind the box. No one from High Coast crossing, but B-Will's caught out on the A-bomb site.
Oh, Nick. Oh, he's got so many ways he has to worry about this, and luckily he's able to get one. He does very well to pick that one kill up, and now Viz over the top. His headshot comes through. Ben and Bew line it up. 14-7 for High Coast. They've just warmed up completely. They're just the better team by far on this map. And Triumph, they're crumbling. They are not here to compete at all. I think at this point, I'm starting to really just look at Dust 2, because I just don't see Triumph coming back into this. They've given me absolutely nothing to believe it's even a slight possibility on this second map. This should be High Coast locking in Dust 2, sending us right there. And this round should be giving them a map point.
Yeah, that was a strange round, just because you would have to assume that Triumph would have been ready for that A play to come in. You'd think that they would have been ready. When they didn't spot any players at yard, they realized that it wasn't the secret play coming in. But the A players just looked like they lost their bearings for a split second. That's more like it from Viz. Getting active on ramp. CSGO playing the close angle. RCF hard clears it. Important check there from RCF to keep the numbers even.
Nick walking through the squeaky door. Good headshot on a Ben. Tried to go for a second, but Bew answers back. 3v3. Viz gets aggressive and MOTM's in with a headshot. Now B-Will's pushing forward with the D-call. Good shot on MOTM. He gets a second as well on the fadeaway. And these pistols making things very difficult for High Coast. RCF, the Brazilian. He's escaped the South American tournament. He's got in here with the North American players. And he's walking into the A site right now. His teammates left alone here, just waiting on him to get involved. If he crosses into lobby, Cooper has got him. If not, then B-Wills is at the ready. This is definitely going to be two Rams butting heads in lobby, trying to get something done. And it's so clean from Cooper and B-Wills. Triumph get the round they so desperately need. And it's one of the steps in the right direction.
Just get to see the freedom coming through for the individuals in this round. Viz pre-strafing the corner, Cynic doing the same with the Deeg. They're able to get the AKs out at the end here, and B-Will's low on ammo. Make sure to deliver the headshot to keep Triumph in with a chance of winning this round in regulation. It's still a long shot. They're 14-8 down, but they've got the guns out again. And Cooper, caught out by RCF. He didn't realize the ult would be on that angle so soon.
Whoa. Cynic with a good headshot. That's back into a 4v4 again. Opponent Alone has some sick wallpaper, I have to say. This room is looking cool. B-Will's peeking into Squeaky. Good kill from Bew as well. Now wrapping in from in. He's really just the talisman for the team right now. CSGO getting the double kill. Cynic involved as well. And now Viz dropping down 15 HP in RCF. He's just above negative, but this would be the 1v2 clutch, and the nade comes soaring in. Triumph get yet another round, and possibly, Alex, they're getting back into this game. It's going to be difficult, still a long way off, but making the right steps in the right direction.
Cynic with 3 kills on that round, but I think that round really showcases how one player overperforming from their position can make all the difference. And for me, that was Sheikh Zula getting 2 kills on that spray down. The trades were pretty even up until that point, but as soon as he overperforms, as soon as he gets one more than he's probably meant to from his position, it means that High Coast are down in a 1-on-2 that's all the more difficult to win with 2 different angles to deal with. Sometimes just that one extra kill can make all the difference in the round. It could make all the difference in this game because now High Coast have been forced down to Glocks for this one. Triumph all but certain to get double digits from this round.
Oh, they're going to get down B.
Wait, what?
They just ran straight down the vents. Oh, okay. They're into the B side. That's going to be a bomb plant. One in HUD as well. But, you know, the goal in this round is to get a bomb plant. Anything else, that's a huge bonus. And they won't get anything other than the bomb plant. But like I said, it's a round win, basically, in the eyes of High Coast, right? You have literally 0 investment. Getting the extra money in the bank is exactly what they would have wanted. Affords them some extra utility, and you can get the AWP out comfortably here as well. They got everything they could want moving into this one. And Triumph, they do get themselves double figures. But can they pull it all the way back?
Sometimes you have to send your soldiers into a mission you know you're going to lose just to make sure you can get that extra money for the next round. That's what happens in that one. But this is the round they have set themselves up for. Full AKs across the board for High Coast. These yard smokes have been consistently put into place on this T side. I'm going to go for a similar round here. Molly landing towards the entrance of Secret. CT's put down an incendiary of their own, so they're going to be slowed down on this cross attempt. Cynic could still do some damage, but they've already passed by his spray, and somehow none of those shots are landing.
Viz, again, you don't like to point out poor performances and really bang on about them, but this would be a huge round for him to step up in. We know he's got that individual ability, but they're about to boost around the corner. He's got both, and he breaks down the tower. 2 players gone. Viz finally traded out, but he's done his work in this round, and Cynic getting involved as well. View has been unbelievable for High Coast. He's searching for that 30 bomb. He's managed to get up heaven. Has he just been spotted? He certainly has, and he misses his opportunity on the shot. Pwn alone is down at 2 HP. His teammate is gone, and Boo is gone as well. It's all on Pwn alone, and he's completely out of this one. Sheikh Zula securing victory, and 4 players staying alive for Triumph.
Might be time for High Coast to take a pause here. 14-11 up. But I don't think you can justify purchasing in this round. Certainly a full investment would be a risk. It's not one that they're willing to take in this one. They're going for pistols, which I think is the correct call. Go for something faster, but Cooper's already spotted them. Ooh, he does take a shot in reply. Nade not gonna land. Cooper still seeing if he can pull the trigger. Oh, man.
It's become a reaction game mode, Alex. You know, one of those maps just made with a little dot that flies across your screen. You have to try and hit them. Unfortunately, Cooper not getting his intended result. Yep, you gotta head back to those servers. Just toying with him, teasing him at the start of this one. High Coast have rotated back to playing outside. They've got a player up on top main, so looking to try and drop down. They've got these smokes in for Hell window. Bew's dropped down, still looking for the 30 ball that eludes him. Cooper's picked up one, and it will continue to elude Bew as he is found by Sheikh Zula. Cooper will change position, allowing Sheikh Zula to hold in towards CT behind the close red box, and just out to the right side, his second victim in the round spotted. Not aware of RCF, and he's going to miss his opportunity. Sheikh Zula bringing everybody down, having a great step up on an individual level. You know, you look at him as the in-game leader, but you don't really think about him hitting the top of the scoreboard. But right now on the CT side, Sheikh Zula is popping off. 20 and 18.
It's definitely been fairly effective on those anti-half-buy rounds, which are important. You've got to make sure you get those kills because you lose 1 or 2 fights against the Deegs and suddenly the round can slip away from you. 2 rounds, the difference between these two teams. High Coast taking that pause I was previously talking about ahead of this one. They realize this game is getting too close for comfort at this point. They haven't been able to find consistent success in these recent T rounds. It's been going against them. Triumph at one point were down 14-7. They've won 5 in a row to bring it back to this point. They're looking to do even more, and you can see the confidence. Oh no, the lineup.
Oh, he's got 1 bullet, 2 kills, the collateral to start off the round here. Cooper, that's exactly what Triumph wanted, and this was a big round for High Coast. Luckily, Pew coming in, Cooper completely unaware. He didn't think about the door peek. The smoke fades away, reveals Cooper. He already got his job done in this round, though. 2 kills picked up. It's still the advantage for Triumph, but they might just be able to pull it back. Ben coming into mid. Will he be able to spot the CT at the back of the bomb site? He has, so the hard work done by Cooper at the start of the round is all for nothing right now. But this flank up the vent shake, Zola can make the difference again. That's the bomb carrier. Oh, he's got 2. So lucky to get the first there, but connects onto the second as well. And now it's just Ben left alone. Bomb goes down, into the clutch he goes. Pushes in towards the back of the site. He's got to worry about the heaven spot, but there's also one down, pushing closer to the site, encroaching at his position, and visits the first victim, but Cynic over the top, gets the trade kill, and finds the round for Triumph.
Oh, so many fights going down on that A-bomb site. Cooper getting that 2-man lead early. Triumph are able to close it out. And yeah, the confidence is really showing now for Triumph. This lineup, so well timed on the peak. No way you could have known that, but it works out wonderfully for him. Even if he does go down later on, his teammates are always up by a man. Sheikh Zola getting that double spray down. Even more impact from him on this CT side. Another multi-kill added to his collection, but it's still AKs for High Coast. It's another round where Triumph have to make sure they are fully in the game. They've got to get their heads back in the game. They can't just go back on that one round because we've still got another gun round.
Yeah, they've just got to think about what's in front of them, play this round by round. Stop looking at the scoreboard. Stop thinking about the situation you're in. Just do everything you can to get the round over the line in this one. What is up their sleeve? Outside smokes deployed. No one playing with them. Luckily, no CTs playing aggressive, but that molly might disrupt the smoke and create a gap, and Cooper was watching for the cross outside. There's no close smoke, so that does cut off all the info. They know there's no one crossed outside. They know they can play all for inner right now. And here it comes. Play into the site.
Oh, B-Wills, he doesning see the fire below him.
But oh, finally he goes, and there's the double kill. B-Wills lights them up. And now MOTM striking, but he's down to Cynic. 14-14, it's tied right up.
B-Wills in that uncomfortable spot where you have to watch between main and door. Thankfully for his sake, High Coast didn't realize that. I think they could have seen him on the top of hut if they were looking his way. But he's able to recover quickly, making the most of that position, and we're all tied up 14-14. This is ridiculous right now, this game. We said it was going to be close. We said that the last time these teams played, it went the distance on Nuke. This one looking like we could be having more of the same, and Dinko, they've made a big call here on the High Coast side. They're investing into this round, but right now they don't have a single AK to show for it. They're going to focus the utility instead of the weaponry into this round.
They have went all in. All the chips are in the middle of the table right now. You're more of the poker player, Alex. I don't even know if that makes sense. But we're going into round 29. High Coast setting up with a very high-risk round here. If the investment pays off, fantastic. They're up 15. But the problem is here as well, Alex. You know, you look at the money for the CT side. Even if High Coast win this round, they have to win it in a way that allows most of their players to stay alive. Because if they lose a couple, if they just keep one alive, their economy is in such a bad spot that even if Triumph lose this round, they will still get the better buy going into the next one.
Will be a somewhat slow rotation into this A site,
Oh.
but the CTs now know. Cynic dodges the flash, but doesn't dodge those 4 players pushing his way. MOTM and Bentley both combining on the entries. That nade could be dead on. The spray, the damage from Sheikh Zula could keep this round close.
He nearly got the denial of the planter as well. I thought Sheikh Zula was going to get through with the spray, but he might just get more than that. They're not looking for him. Aggressing into the site, and who knew the star player of this team was Sheikh Zula? He's looking for even more, and that's a 4th kill from him. Pwn alone, left alone, and a 1v2 clutch is needed from him. Sheikh Zula on the bomb, and the kill in from Cooper. Sheikh Zula is a beast.
He's hyped up right now. And with good reason, all the players line up for him through the smoke. He does that damage to begin with. And then he sneaks in. They don't account for him. They don't think he's going to go aggressive so soon. They assume he's going to wait for his teammate to join him, but he goes in alone. They're not even looking his way. Maybe a breakdown of communication on the Triumph side, but Sheikh Zula is the man to make the most of it. Smooth moves into the site, top fragging for his team, and only requiring one more round to take this 2-0 and to eliminate High Coast.
He's just Godzilla right now. This is unbelievable from him. Just the individual prowess in the second half has made Triumph relevant. The amount of rounds he's where he's just getting his multi-kills outside, where he's just pushing forward, making the difference, spam through the smoke, pushing into the site. Sheikh Zula is on another level right now for his team, and it might just be enough to get this over the line, but High Coast coming into this one, they've got the AKs. They're not done yet. They could still bring this to overtime. We've had overtime teased so much today. And this one might be it. Sheikh Zula's out. That's the play. That's the danger man down. He now just has to sit back and watch his team try and get this through. It's the ramp room. Viz has been quiet. They're going to test him again. He doesn't get a single kill. He commits over the top and goes down because of it. And now it's a 4v3. Bew hunting back. It looks like we're going to overtime. Every kill coming in for High Coast, and it's Bew making the difference on the A site. B Wills 1v4, and with under a minute left, he's got to try and pick off all the remaining players. He's got one. Smoke up in his face. Held off. The CT outside player, that's MOTM, and we're going to overtime, Alex. More Counter-Strike coming our way, and it's time for a short break. We all need to catch our breaths. We'll see you on the other side.
Never thought you'd make me high. Fuck, I'm so high. I wanna kiss your thigh. I love your groove, the way you move. You gotta choose if you want a boy or a man who's smooth. I see your smile Don't be so shy. Let's give it a try. I'm not that kind of guy. Let's play a game. Forget about names. This is my number. Let's play. Only if you call me tonight. I swear I'll make you feel alright. Nothing lasts forever. Let's just be together. Girl, if you call me tonight, I'm waiting with the candlelight. Nothing lasts forever. So let's just be together. Baby, you can call me tonight. Baby, you can call me tonight. Everything will be alright. Only if you call me tonight. Call me tonight. It's 2 a.m. Still waiting, girl. The wine is open. You gotta make a choice. This could be the night. I don't buy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get overtime underway. Triumph carry through with their in-game leader throughout the second half. He's got them back on the map, and they might just have a chance of closing the series out 2-0. High Coast have been leading the way here on Nuke this entire game, and they might just be able to force us to a third map. I'm Stinko, joined by Hawker for this overtime affair, and this one should be a banger.
Early damage done onto RCF, who tried to go for a pick at the start of this round. He has been somewhat successful in those opening fights, but hasn't been having his best game. Missed shot from Cooper on the cross. Shakezilla caught off guard, and MOTM goes flying in for the first kill of overtime.
Double push through Hut right now for the CT side, taking some control back. Viz, look at his kill in the control room. That's the bomb spotted by Cynic. He tried to run back, but the fires kept him in here with B-Wills. In fact, they've even got the bombs. They might as well just double push into this. They get the trade kill on Ben Lee, but quickly coming back through his Bew. Again, a player who's been fantastic throughout Nuke. And oh, he's been spotted to the gap in the smoke there just before it blooms. Cooper getting the shot off. Now opponent alone left in the clutch. 1 versus 2 with the AK looking to retrieve the bomb, and he'll get no-scoped. Viz bringing him down, reaching double figures, and it's 16-15. Triumph into the lead.
Coming into overtime with a bang. Those AWPers having to get involved all across the map. The aggression from Cynic so well timed. His teammates take lobby control, and at the end here, the bomb spotted beneath the smoke. As soon as he sees it has been picked up, he takes that shot into it and takes Triumph the first round of overtime. Here comes a switch up from the CTs. 3 players for Triumph committing to yard early, a couple of them getting behind the red container and really trying to take away this area of the map from High Coast early.
Shakezilla, an MVP player pushed up outside. They're going to drop down in the vent here, High Coast. They've made it down into the lower site. Honolulu barely getting down there. He was the bomb carrier as well. You kind of want him to get down safely. Shakezilla draw first blood towards outside, and they're down into the lower site, but Viz is catching them all for the AWP. That's a 2-man advantage in for Triumph.
Having to trade their lives here.
That is huge.
Oh, no. It's so costly for them to get that bomb down. I think it was a good call to go down to the B site, but some great shots from Triumph, and they're coming in with even more where that came from. MOTM can't even see the bomb here. How is he meant to win this? The answer is he cannot. The defuse comes through, and even though that looked like a nice reply from High Coast, Triumph continue to stay one step ahead of them. Shakezilla gets that kill towards yard. The fast road takedown to B. Reaction shot comes in from Viz just before the flames bloom, and he's even able to peek behind that molly on the left side to set up that retake even better.
Well, what a time for Viz to show up to the server, Alex, in overtime. It was quiet throughout regulation. He's really having a bad time in the rampant, and here in overtime, really coming into his own. It's good to see him fired up again. Well, Cooper aggressive at Hut. He did this a few times in regulation. He does damage, but no kill. Molly goes down. He's gonna try and get out onto the A side. B-Will's been able to pick up one for Triumph, but Pew, he's just an animal. Just absolutely unleashed on the A side, and MOTM coming in with a double kill to round out the first half of overtime. It's a close affair, but Triumph lead the way by 1 round.
That was some venom behind that push from High Coast. There was absolutely some bite behind the bark after the earlier 2 rounds. We're all talk. That last one, they walk the walk as they push into the A site. BU just popping off, simply put. That's what wins them the round more than anything else. They decide to up the tempo. It works out for them. That keeps us within 1 round as we switch sides. Triumph back to the T side for the first time in a while. Not much damage going either way early. Looks like High Coast are also happy to rock the double AWP setup, and we'll see if RCF can keep this clear line of sight on the edge of this smoke.
They've crossed to the garage. MOTM's aware of that. RCF now pulling himself into a different position at Hell to try and catch off this garage player if he goes deep. Viz has got one, but traded out by MOTM efficiently. MOTM was looking to go through that, but the players have crossed down Secret. And now with 59 seconds, the bomb is certainly walking in towards B. There's a rotation of 2 players down here, and Ponalone will be the first player to find a jewel, but they're boosting over the top. Can he hit the flick shot? It's the shoulder bit that gives him the time to flick up and get the crosshair placement exactly where he wants it, and he will take the kill.
Oh, they don't know that their OTM is waiting in the vents, or at least they don't clear it. Oh, and that's a troublesome position for Cynic to be in. It's back to even. 17-17. You've got to take a second to shout out BU, though. 37 kills in a game that's only had 34 rounds. It's not easy to keep up over 1 kill per round in an overtime game.
It's just been unbelievable. You know, the rounds he's having on the A site where he's just doing unspeakable things, you know, getting the player top up, getting the player behind the site, or just flicking up heaven. You know, the impact he's been able to have so far in this game has just been unbelievable. And I want to see more out of him. I know, I'm selfish, Alex. I want to see even more from him. He's just been so good. The kills coming through for High Coast. They've got themselves into the leading position. 4v3 onto the site. BU burning away. That's RCF getting the kill from the Molotov. And RCF now up at heaven. A 4v2. B-Wills and Viz trying to do a Triumph need. And that is pulling this 2v4 back into a winnable situation, and that's going to help. A headshot through the middle of the site. BU's been plucked out of the round. And now B-Will's moving closer in behind the bomb site, just making sure it's completely empty. And he will find that it is. The bomb can be picked up. Ponalone's in lobby. Can he get the kill? He can. And now it is all on B-Wills with the 1v3 clutch ahead of him. He's going to try and drop into the vent, but MOTM's here. The headshot's through from B-Wills, though, and he's going to run into B. Rotation to ramp. It's right there, Hawker.
Ooh, the smoke and flash should get him onto the site safely, but how's he going to play the post plant? After getting this bomb down, there's nowhere he can move to comfortably. He hears the other man in the vents, but RCF now spots him. He's still on the site, and they know it. B-Wills has to move back. He's still looking for fights. Oh, one tap onto the first man, and Ponalone is trying to see if he can get back onto the site, but B-Wills is playing the long con.
B-Wills making his way back. That's the tap on the bomb. Ponalone trying to draw his opponent out. Oh, and he's walked right into it. That's going to be the clutch. High Coast head to map point. And we might be looking at a 3rd map coming up. B-Wills with the valiant attempt, but committed to the peak and will not win the round. Oh, this game is delivering.
Oh, this is the first kill from Ponalone. Had to do a lot in this round. Even switching out to the rifle at the end of it. But he's able to win the 1v1. And now Triumph are in the similar position where they are the ones that have to try and come back to take us to a second overtime. They fought so hard on Nuke. Early flash into A. Early nades at the ready. Triumph might end this with a quick A pop, but there are 3 CTs here.
Okay, you've been unbelievable, but this time getting torn out of the round. Viz with the headshot, MOTM trying to step up for the defense, but it's just not happening. Triumph looked to drag us through to double OT, and the damage is being done. Ponalone and RCF taking significant nade damage. And they've got to work their way into a 2v4 retake of the A site. Molotov down into the hut. Flash at the ready from Ponalone to try and drop down in a full util. Now they run and dive into the site. Cynic cleared out. RCF looking to deliver, but he cannot get it done. We're going to overtime number 2.
Still going here. Nothing separating these two teams. I'm going to take a second before we get into this next one. That initial entry from Viz, pre-aiming up on top of the silo, taking Bu out early, was such a game changer. From there, the two players towards Squeaky end up getting collapsed in on. They don't have that same ability to lock down the A site when the players are already so far out through Hut. These teams yet to be separated on Nuke, and right now, this would almost be worthy of the third map decider between these two teams, but it's the second map. We could still have another one after this, which is crazy to think about.
And is wild. But we go again here in overtime. Jigsaw dropped 27 in regulation without winning an opening duel. The amount of impact he was able to deliver in the late rounds, in the mid rounds, was unspeakable in that second half. You look to your leader to carry you through. I think we all need this little break to kind of catch our breaths in what has been a fantastic game of Counter-Strike, and North American Counter-Strike, it's delivering, Alex.
Abso-friggin-lutely. I like how MOTM just has some boxes behind him.
Yep.
I need to upgrade that setup. I'm sure we'll get there.
Maybe he's just playing on some boxes as well, Alex, you know? I seen this meme. It's like all men need, and it was just like a picture of an IKEA box, the TV on the floor, just one seat in the middle of the room. Now, I need a little more than that. I do like a bit more comfort, you know, but
I was seeing a Liege on Liquid the other day is rocking the old just mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
Don't need a bed frame. What's the point in that? There's no purpose to it.
He's never home anyway, so yeah, what's the point?
Yeah. The second overtime.
At that point.
True. Second overtime at the ready, though, between these two teams. Let's hope they aren't going to be sleeping at the wheel on this one, because we're back into the action. This double AWP setup set to continue for High Coast. Hasn't had the impact they might have wanted, though. RCF and Pwn alone did start to get rolling into OT, though. RCF currently holding yard, but there are some players pushing into main.
Oh my God, this is a big drop. This is a fast play from Triumph, straight into the site. Ben Leaf being cleared out. They got the A site right now, Triumph, and they've also got a man advantage. MOTM trying to swing and make the difference, but he's just dropped down. Cynic doesn't like the fact that he's still alive, and make sure he shuts him down. RCF's come in with one kill in the AWP, really trying to find this kill through the box site. And it's that metal slab just right in the middle, trying to get the shot through, but it's Pwn alone on the ult that's been able to pick up that initial kill into the retake attempt, and that molly's burned out Cynic. RCF playing that one to perfection, and oh my God, they win the retake.
RCF coming in with a triple kill. Those AWPers are now having impact rounds into these overtimes. Pwn alone had one previously. This time RCF puts that molly down into the right spot to clear out both of these corners. The fast flick to the left for the first man. He heard that one roasting, and then B-Wills tried to peek to help his teammate, tried to peek for the trade, but RCF had just enough cover to tuck in, go back out for the final frag, and give High Coast the first round of the second OT. Still a long way to go, though.
Oh, MOTM through the smoke, catching out Cynic. And now a man advantage to play for High Coast. They're trying to get this one over the line if they can. It would be 20 rounds locked in. Pwn alone tested at ramp has done a very good job of just staying alive. He sprinkles damage onto them as well, softening them up. Jigsaw on 30 kills. He's pushed down into the ramp. His teammates in behind him. Pwn alone is close in a very common position. MOTM is down here as well. I'm going to have to try and clear these two players inside of the site. And that is certainly going to be difficult to get out of that one without dropping at least one player. So you're really looking at a fantastic round, most likely here for High Coast. Pwn alone. Oh, he falls. Smoke is isolated MOTM, but like I said, you know, getting into that with keeping three players alive was always going to be a difficulty. And they don't even trade that second player. MOTM just falling back to safety, and now Cooper fighting in behind. It's a 2v3, still winnable here for Triumph, but he got to step up against Jigsaw, but he got caught on the box, so it's all on Cooper. 1 versus 3 with the AWP. There's a decon player, 2 out to the left door as well. Molly burning him into the left side position. Smoke up, good utility, the shot landed. Flash out right. No one's on the bomb yet. Finally, they stick it. Bew is just holding it down, and Cooper, he had a molly. He's had a molly this whole time, but doesn't throw it, doesn't win the round, and it's 20-18. The year we all miss, of course.
Yeah, not able to work off the back of that smoke, off all those nades. MOTM got the early kill, and then good awareness to realize once you get up to that 4-on-2, slipping back through the smoke is a great option. Keep yourselves up with that advantage. Keep yourselves in with the ability to just play retake. The utility counting Cooper out of the chance in the clutch because he looked like he was going to have a chance if they gave him fights. But they made sure not to allow that to happen. Damn, tactical timeout for Triumph into the second overtime. They still have one more remaining in case they need it later on into the game. But right now, they need to figure out what they're going to do to try and win at least one T round. They do have guns on the floor for both B-Wills and Cynic. Cooper has started to show up on that AWP. Maybe they can try and set up a play around him early in the round.
Outside control for Triumph. They pushed Cooper up at red. Jake Solis further back, and you got Viz up on Silo. Ben Leet making his walk through the hut. MOTM at door. They're going to go aggressive here, the CT side. Will they expect a hut push? I do not think so. Cynic. Oh, he has no idea. He hasn't turned around, and that CT aggression paying off perfectly. It is still the 4v4. Ben Leet now trying to fight man. That smoke out creates a wider angle for him to play with. And Cooper's going to try and wrap it, and he's quicker on the shot. Triumph have the man advantage.
Bew is in an uncomfortable position on the A-bomb site now. Calling for assistance, but he's not ready for Sheikh Zola. Straight round the corner, straight through hut. The molly hasn't landed on Heaven. That gave Ponalone an opportunity, but he's unable to make the most of it. RCF left in a 1 versus 4 that he has to go for, however unlikely it may be. Jumping across, Cooper cuts him out of the round. It's 19 at the half for Triumph, but it's High Coast who have the slight edge. I'm not sure how much that means at this point of the game, though, Dinko. Both these teams have shown just how competitive they have been in this game and in this series.
It's been a real barn burner of a matchup between these two teams. You know, people have been sleeping on North American Counter-Strike, but this has actually been a very high-level game of CS. You know, we've been enjoying a lot of the individual moments, all these rounds coming down to huge individual plays, but also the level of Counter-Strike across the server has been incredibly fun to watch. Smokes outside. Bit of a gap in this one, though. Oh, there's the follow-up smoke. Thank God for that. That would have been an easy kill for Cooper, but instead it has allowed a player down into secret for High Coast.
Triumph should be very aware of that possibility. One of the AWPs down on B, the other one trying to stop the players from getting to B. Cooper finding a good kill to begin with, using some utility to see if he can slow things down further, but no further action will be taken, and Viz is using his pistol.
Oh, Viz trying to get the P250 kill, and he does get 1. That's all he needed. That keeps the man advantage afloat for Triumph. Now they're going to drop down into the vent. Oh, I thought he was going to drop there, but now he is. Here goes Cynic trying to bait out the shots. Damage done, but no kill for Ben Leet. Bomb is planted on the lower site. They know vent has an occupant right now. How do they clear this? They still have flashes. They're just going to drop and go for the shot. Oh, that's such a risk, and it doesn't pay off at all. Time's ticking here for Triumph. They've got to start getting kills, and they're just not finding anything. This was looking like a much better round for Triumph, but it all just falls to pieces in the last few seconds. 21-19, High Coast reach map point, and they might just be sending us to the third.
Triumph locked out of getting anywhere near the bomb site, trying to come down the vents. Cooper got given the chance to try and hit the shot. I think even if he did, there was another T close by who potentially could have just come in for the trade, but as soon as he misses it, it becomes even more difficult. RCF almost getting the chance for an entry. Not quick enough on the trigger this time round. Cooper taking matters into his own hands over at Yard. He's fully peeked into this position, so he knows that Yard is clear early. That's a lot of damage done onto Cynic, though. He's down to 20 health. One more bullet could definitely deal with him. But if Triumph can continue to hold that Yard presence, if Cooper can continue to just watch Yard and control it by himself, that's going to have Triumph a great ability to control the rest of the map. Problem is, I think Cooper's about to be tested with these nades coming his way.
Whoa, Cooper, that's the kill. That's perfect. That's opened up the round. And Triumph, they desperately need to claw their way back into this. They've fought so hard in the second map to come back to a position where they might just be able to fight for the win, but High Coast still in the lead by quite a few rounds still. So Triumph need to be flawless. They need to just edge this out. High Coast in the late few seconds. We're going to be hitting into this A site. Cynic catches the bomb carrier, drops him easily. There's still 2 players at the back of the A site they've got to deal with. Sheikh Zola will be taking the first contact. In fact, he's actually went into the smoke. 30 seconds here. Bomb plant not picked up. B will drop down. Sheikh Zola again, revealing 2 players. Sheikh Zola with the double kill. Cooper in the vent hits the no scope, and it's 20 rounds for Triumph. We might be going to yet another overtime, Alex.
One more chance for High Coast to try and close this out. Otherwise, we could be having that third overtime you were talking about. Lovely play from Sheikh Zola getting into the smoke, something that High Coast didn't anticipate in the slightest. He was able to sit in the smoke as it was fading to line up a couple of kills onto unsuspecting players. And here comes Cooper. Same play again, but this time, MOTM there to meet him.
Yeah, this time no success for the outside AWPer. Gonna throw some counter utility to try and delay their attempt on Secret. RCF, my God, showing his dual Beretta skills in towards the ramp room. Sheikh Zola again getting the double kill, putting it into a somewhat doable position here for Triumph, and the nade just comes out of nowhere. It just dunks on MOTM, and it's a 2v2. Right back in the winnable round here for Triumph. We might just be looking down the barrel of a third overtime, but RCF, he hits the shot, but it's no kill. Close, but no cigar, and our opponent alone in the 1v2 clutch. Just over a minute left. And he is looking through main. Pushed up into the corner. This needs to be a big round from him. This would be monumental. This will be a third map if he can get this one over the line. It's a game of thirds here. Third OT or third map. Pone alone, taking his chance, but B will secures it. It's time for a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We all need a short break right now. The character strike continues after this break.
I'm coming up. I'm coming up. Hey, no time to run, no games. Your time's come today. Just stopping by to say, hey, come on. We're taking over. We're back.
Overtime number 3. We enter the arena once again here on Nuke. It's 21-21. Neither of these sides wanting to back out here in the second map. And yes, you heard that right. This is just the second map, Holker.
MOTM overtaking Bew as the top fragger for High Coast. 40 kills for him, and an early kill in this one for Pone alone here in the third overtime. Shake Zilla spotting out that shoulder, but deciding he has to back on up. High Coast already having the man advantage. He doesn't want to give away any further fights. Wow, 3 players down secret. That's wild.
Yeah, early rotation from Triumph. Heavy rotation as well. Shake Zilla. He's looking for 40 kills, and he's got the first step. It's going to be MOTM down. Shake Zilla, instead of falling back, he goes aggressive. He's going to play out the right side of the smoke. Transitioning, spotting the silo player now, getting caught. Yeah, that would have been huge if he got the second kill, but they weren't expecting B-Wills.
Ooh, Bew dropping down close to main. No one covering yard right now. That gives High Coast the ability to make life very awkward for Triumph. Cooper is currently playing on the A site with the AWP. If there's a flanking player through heaven, how the hell is he going to hold this?
He's trying to move hot. He's trying to get a better position here, and this might just work out for him. 35 seconds. They're going to try and wrap from all directions, and Cooper's got into HUD at the right time. He hears the utility, has to call to his teammates, but he walked out at the wrong time. Bew comes in, 41st kill for him, and now Cynic in the vent dropping down into the flames, going to try and reposition back Secret. And B-Will's going through lobby. High Coast are in a very good spot to win this round.
I think B-Wills might try and play for the late round because they should know where Cynic is coming from. They should have eyes locked in on that position. Cynic seeing what he can do. Nade to the site, but that's not going to get a kill when they need to get a move on.
Cynic now moving closer and closer. Point alone with the Deagle primed and ready. The pre-fire is so good from Cynic. Second kill from B-Wills. And now it's just Bew. He has been beautiful on the server so far. And it's another kill for him. Doesn't hit the defuse. Dropping down 1 bullet, 1 second. And he denies the defuse. 22 rounds for High Coast. And it's Bew getting them through.
He might not have known that much about it, but Blind running into the smoke, just tapping shots, hoping one lands, and he gets the lineup onto the head. Bew there peeking early as the first tap comes in, and that last one, you can see from his POV, there's not much visibility, but he just had the right idea in his head as to where he needed to put his crosshair. First round goes the way of High Coast, but goddamn was it a hard-fought one.
Man, these rounds are coming so damn close every single time. This is a great matchup between these two teams. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself right now. No early rotation of 3 players down secret this time for Triumph. Just one player was playing on the B site at the start, but they rotated upper again on the ramp with the AWP. It's Viz. It's been one of the quieter performers here. I feel like they did abuse his ramp position a few times in regulation, if you remember back. Don't blame you if you don't, because it was some time ago. But it would be nice for him to step up here with the AWP. Looks like an A execute about to come in from High Coast.
Flashes at the ready. Counter utility from Cooper. Nice shot landing from Viz. They're looking to double back into ramp, but they're having second thoughts. Now that they've seen that AWP, they don't really have the nades to make many plays work here, though.
Yeah, that's the indecisiveness, right? You see the AWP, you see some sort of resistance ramp, and you start to question, do we want to go here, or do we just go back into the A side? And this A side might just work out for Triumph. They're already a man up, but B-Wills has got a good position alongside his teammate in main, but that play outside from MOTM has resulted in a kill. Luckily, B-Wills and Cynic stepping up, and more space being created by Bew. Again, this guy is unbelievable. And Pone alone tapping the bomb, trying to pull them into the open, and Bew is on 45. It's not enough, though. He wants even more. He wants glory for his team. Bew getting it done. This guy is just unstoppable. 4 kills again. 23 rounds for High Coast. And they're just coasting by on the coattails of Bew.
Oh, wow. He had to clear out top hut here early. Cleared out the site to begin with. There's that close player to hut. As he gets onto the site, he's the one set up for these kills. He's the one set up to trade his teammate. Pwn alone with 2 assists. But Bu still had to land his shots in the back lines. And he's getting closer and closer to 50 kills. A feat you very rarely see. Gap in the smoke spotted, but Shakezilla's too slow to be able to get that kill. So one man gets into secret safely. It's MOTM in possession. Pwn alone spotted Shakezilla going into the smoke, but Shakezilla somehow gets away with a kill.
It's ridiculous how he's still getting away with that. He's done that so many times, just playing in and around those outside smokes. He only gets the 1 kill, luckily, but the fact that he even gets one is huge. And now this has gone by. I don't think people even seen that. Didn't quite catch it on the radar, but there's no reaction from the outside players, so obviously not right now. Viz is getting in behind them. Luckily walking down secret before he's there. Bu is still up on this A side, cutting off the rotations if they're going to go back down vent. He has been the danger man for them. It must be so frustrating for Triumph as well, just getting so close in these rounds and just having an individual steal them away from you. Bu finally spotting a victim. He's going to track him down, following him through ramp. He'll be a late player in this round if he decides to follow, but I think he's gone back. And now they're going to go into the B site, back up A, through the vent. Molly clearing out CT vent. They're going into the A site with the bomb, Alex. And Triumph have made the rotation down B with everyone. Now they're going to have to play retake.
Wow, just out-positioning them entirely. Utility remaining for Triumph, though. These post plants can be difficult, and Viz has been gifted an early kill. Now, if Triumph use their utility in the right spots, they have every chance of locking High Coast out of this site, but they've got to be careful they clear all these corners.
Yeah, nade at the ready from Cynic. Should be tossed on in. Still utility for Triumph. Bu has been lurking around the shadows here in lobby for so long, waiting for his time to strike. He's got out again through the fire. Finally taken down by Viz, but Pwn alone doing some work. That's a second kill for him, but he's alone in the world. Trying to delay. The time is so low. They've got to get on the defuse, and there's just no time for it. It's High Coast getting 24 rounds. And this might just be the time we finally see a winner here on Nuke.
You're starting to see the stress, the strain of these overtimes adding up. We've seen uncomfortable plays across the board, but High Coast are the ones that are dealing with it. Not only individually, but also in terms of the tactics, also in terms of the overall ability to get it behind their opponents in this round. Getting onto that A site and Triumph never having enough time at the end there. They couldn't focus the bomb quickly enough. They tried to be patient on the retake. They tried to make the most of their nades. Got to give credit to Bu as well, realizing he had to push through the flames. And now Triumph need all 3 from this T side just to keep them in this map.
So many close rounds as well for Triumph throughout that first half of overtime that'll just break their mentality. It'll really be a strain on the mind. And you're so close, but yet so far. RCF, aggressive and hot. We've seen both Operas do this on their CT side. Cooper for Triumph, and now RCF here for High Coast. Must be a little bit of pressure alleviated for High Coast, knowing that they have some rounds to play with. And there's under a minute left. Triumph going back into lobby. RCF is still posted up. You've got to bank on him at least getting 1 kill here. And Cynic about to walk into it. There's the shot. He's going to stick around as well. His teammates just dropped down to back him up in hut as well. And in fact, they're going to draw away from the hut and back into the site itself. Shakezola's got into hell. He can kill the ramp player. At least they were aware of it. Actually, Pwn alone's turned around. Shakezola even goes down. And now 3 players left for Triumph, trying to get out into the A site. They need every kill to go their way if they want to try and get another round here on Nuke. Bu hits the deck. There's still 2 players to flush out in hut, and Bentley is one of them. RCF only gets the 1. B Wills goes down, and Bentley closes it out. Finally a victor here on Nuke.